Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're like me, then you're tired of the blank walls and boring spaces in your home. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Today I'm sharing 5 budget-friendly home decor projects that I've done right here in my own home. These ideas will transform any space without breaking the bank. Let's jump in. So my first tip is to add family photos. I knew that I wanted to do a gallery wall, and I knew that I wanted something big on this wall behind my dining table. So I decided to do a family photo gallery wall right there. This was completely affordable. I got these frames from IKEA, but I will start off by saying that there's an option at Walmart and an option on Amazon that is way more cost friendly. It's a better bang for your buck, and it already comes with the oversized mat. So I just disregarded this standard mat that came with the frame. And then I got this oversized mat from Michaels. This one is one that you use to sign off on people's special day. But of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use the mat for a pretty bright white oversized mat. So I went ahead and swapped that out, and I got my pictures printed off from Walgreens. They're always having a sale, you guys. It's a picture of my Taji bear. And I just popped that in there. And like I said, I'm going to share some frames with you. I think they're around the neighborhood of $25, which is less than what the frame and the mat cost for these. And I did a total of 8 frames for this wall. I had my husband tape out the wall beforehand. I did not do an in-depth tutorial on how to tape out your wall and how to do a gallery wall, but if that's something that you're looking for, I'll include one in the description below. And then I just removed the tape, kept the nails where they were so that I can just hang these. The next tip I'll give you is to add greenery. Plants make everything look better. I saw these faux fiddle leaf trees at Restoration Hardware. I just love the way they make greenery look. The trees, the moss in a bowl, everything, give it to me. But what I don't love is the price. I'm not going to spend $700 on an artificial tree. Not today, I'm not. So, what I decided to do was DIY my own. I'm sure I can DIY something for less money. And I did. I got this faux fiddle leaf tree from Amazon. And I got this planter that looks like it's cement, but it's not. I got it from Lowe's. And I just began to fill it with whatever. I think that is a bag full of recycled paper. And that is a box with a pool floaty on it that we never used. And so I just used that to create some height. It takes a little bit of balancing and everything. If you have a better box or something else that you can use, I encourage you to use that. But basically, you're just going to begin to stack inside of this planter and make everything nice and cushy on the inside. Then I got this packing paper. It only took 1 pack of it from the Dollar Tree, and I just jumbled it up. I crumbled it up. And then I just began to stack it in there. Just pack it in there really tight. It helped the tree be secure on that box. It just kind of fills it out. And of course, I'm going to put the moss on there. So it just gave the moss something to sit on. I found this moss at Joann's. They were having a going out of business sale, so I snagged it on sale. I think I got it for half off of what it is on Amazon, but it's reasonably priced on Amazon too, guys. So of course I'll link that down below. And that just looks so good, guys. I absolutely love the way this turned out. It's like this corner of my house was begging for this tree. I will always sit on the couch and look at it and say, something needs to go there. It's obviously a tree. So now that it has one, I love the way this looks. Something else that I did completely optional is I added this little spotlight that I got from Decor. I think I got it for like $2. I just wanted to see what it would do. And I think it looks so cute. When I'm at resorts, they have lighting on absolutely everything. And so I thought that I can bring some of that lighting element for plants into my house. I've seen other people on Instagram do this with like a spotlight thing from Amazon. So I will link that below. But this is awesome. Completely optional, but it just kind of takes it to the next level. The next tip that I will say is to add florals. And I'm going to add florals in my entryway to these little vases that I have from Target. These have moved everywhere around my house, but I think that I'm going to keep them here. And the way that I knew that they needed some sort of plant in them is when it was Christmas time, I put evergreen plants in here. And I just love the way they looked. And I was so sad whenever I had to take them out. So now I'm putting these flowers in here. These are hydrangeas. They're my favorite flower. If you ever want to send me flowers, you can send me hydrangeas. These are just my favorite flower ever. I love the way they make me feel when I look at them. So I decided it was only right to get some hydrangeas. And I got these faux hydrangeas from Michael's, but Home Goods has really good prices on faux florals. They really do. And they have all different types. They're, thick, well constructed. You get a few of them for a good price. I highly advise that you go to Home Goods for your faux florals as well. And then I just added, I'm not sure what this is called. I'm not going to call it baby's breath, but I added these little white touches to the flowers, guys. And then I tried to do something down below with a hydrangea. I had one left. Honestly, I didn't like the way it looked. So I just kept playing with this greenery that I bought for the lower vase. And I think that it looks great. Really happy with the way that this turned out. I'll probably end up adding some coffee table books or a candle or a lamp to the other side, but I really do think it makes it look really nice and inviting whenever you come in. My next tip would be to add lighting. You're going to want to add lighting to your place. I know you've seen these little spotlights, these little plug-in spotlights everywhere on TikTok, everywhere on Instagram, and it's for good reason. I love the way they make my hallway look. I plugged a couple of these down the main hallway, and when I turn off the lights at nighttime, it's a whole mood. It's crazy the way it transformed the space. It looks good right here, but I still don't think you're getting the full effect of how it looks at nighttime. I also added one to like my tree, behind the tree in the living room. It looks great. My next tip would be to draw the eye upward. And I got this inspiration from Restoration Hardware. You know how they do the faux moss in a pot sort of thing, but again, I'm not paying that much money for grass in a pot. I'm just not. So I got these 2 planters from Lowe's again. They were very reasonably priced. I feel like Lowe's has really good prices on their planters. Of course, they're going to be linked down below. And then I got some textured spray paint. I believe this is Krylon. And I just went ahead and sprayed it with 2 coats, drying them in between the coats. And that gave me like a stone look. And then I used that same packing paper and moss that I used for the tree over there. I just took a little piece of foam board and cut it into a circle. And then I took it outside and I sprayed it with the Loctite adhesive spray. And then I began to put my moss on there and build it up. In between each layer of moss, I sprayed a little bit more of that Loctite glue. I'm so happy that I did this outside because, guys, that Loctite glue smells to high heaven. It is just awful. So if you're going to use this glue, definitely go outside and use it and protect anything that you're going to be using around it. So again, I put that packing paper in there, and this is so that you don't have to fill your entire bowl with moss. You're not going to see all the way down at the bottom. So you're going to see the moss exactly where you need it. If you need to, go ahead and fill in some more moss on the little bald spots that you have. And I just added 2 of these to the tops of my cabinets in the living room. And I think it gives me that look from Restoration Hardware. And guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you like these tips and you would like for me to do more, comment down below. And don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe to my channel. We'll see you on the next video.